guys, and welcome to today's video, and I continue my journey with my new Thousand Suns army. So if you didn't catch the last video, I did an unboxing and showed all the new models for the Thousand Suns range, and for this video we're going to be starting that journey. And the first unit I'm going to be assembling is my first unit of Rubric Marines. So opening up the instruction sheet, we're starting with the Aspiring Sorcerer first. We're just finding his parts on that last sprue. And then we're going to start cutting out the parts. Nice and simple. I'm not going to force you to watch me cutting parts out in normal time because that would probably kill you. So we'll just fast forward this bit until all the parts are ready. So I decided to go with an open hand psychic power looking arm this time rather than a bolt pistol or an inferno bolt pistol in the case of the Thousand Suns. There are a couple of options there, and I picked one of the particular staff heads as well as the choice of two that you get. So just double checking I've cut all the right parts out. Yep, I think I've got them all there, that's good. As with my custodian build, you see I'm a fan of the scalpel to clean all the parts up. So I'll be looking at the scalpel to clean the parts up again. This is very similar to the custodian build, and in fact it'll be the same for most videos, so I'm probably going to skip most of this bit from now on. I'm sure watching people cut mould lines and bits of excess plastic is not the most exciting thing to watch. You know, some people like to see different techniques that people use. I think I said in my custodian build before, I'm not a fan of the mould removal tool from Games Workshop, so I do use the scalpel. But if you're a younger viewer, it might be a bit dangerous because you do end up slicing your thumb a few times. But if you've got a good level of control, I think it gives a smoother finish. So we just whiz through this at a little bit of a faster rate. Just cleaning all the parts up. There we go, just cleaning up the last part there, and we're done. Let's clear away all the mess, and then we can start with the assembly. So we're ready to start on the gluing now of the parts. So as a good modeler should, always test fit the parts, make sure you know how they line up. Some of them are slightly keyed to allow you to get the correct angle and the correct posture of the kit. In this case there is a small little key between the two parts of the legs here. So a little bit of glue, and that just goes together nice and easy. I don't tend to follow the instructions in the specific order they give. I get a chance to do the smaller sub-assemblies first, so they give them a chance to set. So I've done the two parts of the legs here, I'll do the two halves of the torso. And then normally I'll do arms or weapons and hands together. Give them a chance to set before you glue them to the model. Makes things a little bit easier. It gives the other parts a chance to dry and set before you attach them all together. Here's the two parts of the staff that I'm doing there, again for the same reason. Give them a chance to set rather than trying to balance the staff head on the staff when the arm is already done. Gives it a chance to bond. That was the hand to arm. Here we're just going back to the legs now that they've dried a little bit and set a little bit, and putting on the loincloth and some decorative parts. Just leave those for a little bit of time, make sure they're nice and dry, and then we can start putting the torso onto the legs. No real adjustment here, there's no sort of hip swivel or any fancy positioning here like you can get on some Space Marine kits. The torso does only go in one real way unless you want to do some kind of modification to the kit. But straight out of the box, no conversions this time. So now we can move on to the arms, get those in position. Throw it on the floor, which is really impressive and professional. So there, with his outstretched arm, casting some kind of superpower on the Force Emperor. Deciding how to attach the staff arm. Did I want it at a slight angle or fairly straight? But fairly straight will do the job, and then just stick his head on, looking in the direction of his arm, looking all menacing, ready to cast his next power. So just the final details then, so we've just got shoulder pads to go. Just checking to see whether the shoulder pads are identical for this, and they are, so that's nice and easy. Now just the final details, so he's got a cloak on the back which fits nicely around his waistband. Put that on before the backpack goes over the top. And then finally there's a small spell scroll, bit of detailing work that goes onto his leg there just at the top. Just using my scalpel because my fingers can't press it into position exactly there, so just using the tip of the scalpel just to position that. And there we go. The aspiring sorcerer is complete. Let's put him aside, let him fully dry, ready for the next stage. So I've skipped ahead here and I've completed the entire unit of Rubric Marines now. So we've got a sorcerer. I've gone with the Soul Reaper cannon. The special rule for Thousand Suns is slow and purposeful, which means they can always fire a heavy weapon as if they were stationary, so there's no harm in adding that. It's a good weapon. It's the equivalent to the assault cannon, but it's AP3, so it's a marine killer. Just showing here that the rest of the Marines though, with their Inferno bolt guns, I've actually left those loose in order to be able to paint any of the chest details without the gun getting in the way. So I've done that with all of the others. Haven't gone with any warp flamers on this unit. It is a bog standard unit of Inferno bolt guns, one sorcerer and one Soul Reaper cannon. Now, as normal with any army building that I do, I tend to go with the rule of cool. So I'm not sitting there sort of trying to work out the best rules combinations at all. I've just gone with the standard build with with one special weapon in this case. And just comparing this, I've actually bought a couple of these kits. So here's the alternative sorcerer model. So you can see a slightly different staff head, a different headpiece, and this guy I've included the Inferno bolt gun. They come with that as their war gear. You just assume it's in some kind of holster under his cloak or something. So even though it's not modelled, it still counts. but that's the two different types of sorcerer kit in effect. So you've got the two different head options, different arm options, and a different head option. So I hope you enjoyed that video. I am actually going to get on with some painting, you'll be pleased to know. I'm sure many of you are looking forward to some paint work. And so if you like the video, don't forget to like, drop a comment and subscribe for more. I'll see you on the next video.